Okay, I finally figured it out, folks. I'm going to break it down for you about Trump. It's all making sense. Brilliant, by the way. Ingenious. So simple, yet so important. This is what's going on with Trump. Trump. Okay. What would you do? And this is for the audience that already gets it. If 5,000 years ago, okay, let's back up further. 6,000 years ago. Let's just say hypothetically it's real. I know it's real. Say it's real, for the sake of an argument. Adam and Eve are in the Garden of Eden, right? And they disobey God. And they eat from the tree of knowledge of good and evil, so now they're good and evil. Everything around them is good and evil. They're experiencing good and evil now instead of just good. So there's a real devil, a real God, a real Adam and Eve. Okay? They get banished from the Garden of Eden, and somewhere around 500 years, 600 years after the banishment, the angels in heaven go to war with God. And they get cast down to the earth because it's a fallen area, which is under quarantine because sin is very contagious. They come and they appear to, generations heard about the Garden of Eden, but there's really no proof. You have Adam and Eve's story, but where's the proof? Because everyone always wants to see proof. So these suddenly you see these lights in the sky. There's drawings in the caves of the alien grays, and soon after that, you got the same thing happening now. 70 years later, now you have these giants. Some of them have fish heads. They have a fish face with a human body. Some are, they're hybrids, but they don't have to be perfected because there's not that many people on the earth and they have all the tech. So their story is, yeah, we created you guys. Some of these hybrids are like 20, 30 feet high. They're way up there. As tall as that tree right there, maybe taller. Now they have technology and they have, flight, so we believe them. So they say you have to sacrifice our children. So we sacrifice them and now it rains and the crops grow. We don't know they have a HARP device and they're actually able to control weather. They don't have magic at all. They're using demonic energy that's hooked into science, basically. So let's just say a flood got sent, they got destroyed. After the flood, they regrouped, they made the Tower of Babel, they got destroyed again. Then you got about 4,000 or 5,000 years of quiet, peace, just man on the earth. Not really peace, because man was influenced by this, and they have all these wars, and the Great Khan and all that stuff. And then, I don't know. And then we fast forward to now. There's a few sightings, nothing major. And then 1910, 1920, Aleister Crowley opens these portals, and these fallen angels come through again. But they know we have airplanes and cars now. We're starting to get advanced. There's way more people on the earth. It's a little bit different than last time they were here, so they have to play their game differently. They disguise themselves as aircrafts. Not exactly airplanes, but aircraft. So we see these UFOs. They crash in Roswell playing possum, luring the government in so they can get in the inside. See, they get in, they kill the colonel, they become the colonel, because a fallen angel can be a man, an animal, an airplane. That can disguise themselves as anything because they're spirit. They get in, they go around over decades, taking over other world leaders, secretly killing them and then replacing them with a clone. Then they weed on down to our level. They get really close to their plan. They got the Illuminati cards they release that pretty much tells you everything, and everything gets revealed before it happens. You got the Twin Towers, Obama, Lady Gaga, Oklahoma bombing, and so on and so on. So now their plan's almost there, but now you have a movement that is threatening it. They need about 10 more years, 5 to 10 more years. At least 3 to 5 years. They need it. Or they have to be just right, or they're going to lose. They're trying to get this one world order. The devil actually believes he's going to inherit this earth. He's going to take this earth over illegally in some kind of contract that him and God have, that he can actually own the earth. So they're buying time, but they can't because you got too much crime that's starting to surface. So what they do is they bring Trump in. Trump pretends like he's against them. He speaks a good talk. But what gives it away is as soon as he's in office, if things were really as bad as he's saying, and supposed to be, they're even worse, he says, but then he gets in office and he doesn't really do anything. He stops with the TPP. Ooh, big deal. As president, he can actually clean America up like that. You can have the army move in on the shadow government. There's buildings in Washington. The Hagman report reveals where they're at. He can move the army in on these thugs, close down the IRA. He can do everything in a week. You think any Americans really going to oppose the IRS getting shut down? I doubt that seriously. Any Americans going to oppose that? He can shut it down. He can tell the American people, this is America before 1918 or 14, before the IRS came in. This is America before the corruption, before the FBI, before the CIA. Look how free it was. Look at it now. Look at the thugs. Look at the criminals. Look at this. Look at that. Bring the army in, shut them down, arrest the criminals, Hillary, Obama. He could have did it all. If he was really a truther, that's what a real truther would do. See? But because you have all this brainwashing and all this dumbing down, and then movies, and so it's hard for us to say, well, maybe there's a plan. It's hard for us to grasp it. He's on our side, but he's just doing it, this way, but to remain safe. Look, once you're a president and you got that kind of crime, you don't really have to worry about anyone opposing you, except for the shadow government. He could have easily rolled the army in on them. He could have closed them down. Why didn't he? Think about it. I mean, he would have done that. He would have done that by March, April of 2017 if he was a real truther. Trump's not on our side, folks. Either is Alex Jones. And the people that are Christians that saying that they dreamed about it and Trump's here to buy us more time, he is here to buy us more time, but not the way you think. The things you're seeing, all this TPP and other stuff, that stuff is just meant to sidetrack you. They're showing you all this crime, but it's not. Those are the guinea pigs. No, hang on. Those are the... What word do you use for it? Those are the acts. Those are the pretend plans. See what I'm saying? What you do is you would throw out all these pretend plans, and then you would have it appear like the criminals are being taken down. Their plans are done. We're okay. Things are going to get better now. When really, those plans and the criminals, that was all part of the plan to sidetrack you from the original plan, which has to have a little bit more time before it can be executed. That's my theory. I know I'm 100% on target. We are not out of the woods yet. He is not there to help us at all. In fact, he's actually there to close it up. He's the closer. We always thought Hillary was going to be the closer. He's the closer. Oh yeah, she was going to go to war. All this other. They don't worry. They're not worried about going to war with China. They're all in on it. The ones they're worried about are the people, the American people, the citizens of the UK, the citizens of Africa, the citizens of China. They're worried about the smaller people like us, because there's like 7 billion of us and only like 300 million of them, 500 million of them at the most. I mean, I'm being generous by saying that. I think there's really about 10 million of them, and the rest of them is us. And then you got some sellouts. There's few of those compared to the hybrids. There's many of those. There's probably millions and millions of hybrids. I'm guessing there's probably about 10 to 100 million hybrids on the earth. These are like the giants before, but perfectly created in a laboratory to appear just like us this time. Yeah, just as deadly, just as mean, just as vicious. And they actually are carrying this plan out. They're going to become the new humans. They're going to take us over and inherit this earth. Or no, not inherit it. They're going to take the earth over. They believe the devil's going to be God. They're going to be the humans. It's going to be the same thing that God had planned, but now their way. We're going to be either annihilated or annihilated in this reality, and we'll go on in another reality with God. Why they continue on in this reality? They wipe us out. So I die here, I wake up in heaven, but they're still going to get the earth. They're not going to get nothing. God's not going to let anyone like that get anything. The only chance they got is if they repent, go the other direction, and ask for mercy. But they won't do it because their ego. I got a feeling that the children of the hybrids, the children of the fallen angels, they're part fallen angel. They got that type of hate in them, that DNA. See, there was a war in heaven, and they were viciously trying to kill God. They weren't rebelling like Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve fell because of disobedience. They disobeyed God's. They had no trust. Theirs was different. They had no trust, and they had a hate for God. They were trying to physically kill him. They inherited that. The hybrids inherited that. That means they're very, very, very violent, very, very, very deadly, very dangerous. They do things for the group. They can talk through telepathy. Can you imagine that? Like Trump and Hillary and Obama. Imagine that they can talk with telepathy to generals and colonels and doctors, and they could all talk to each other. They don't have to do anything on paper, except for stuff that's part of the Broadway play. Ooh, I know I got it. I know I'm on target. So the Antichrist is going to be rolled out soon. They're doing this all for the satanic agenda. The Antichrist is going to be the devil, pretty much, in the flesh. And he's going to have superpowers. The devil is very powerful. Don't let him fool you. He's not God, but he's still very powerful. No one knows how long he's lived. He's probably lived for trillions of years. He has a lot of knowledge, a lot of power. And we can't fight him. God can only fight him. So we have to step back, worship God, and let God take over the steering wheel. That's the only way, the only chance we got. That's my theory. I know I'm right. This stuff's gonna get nasty.